website.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by BlackRifleCoffee.com. Ooh, James. You know what I feel like today?
No.
1/500th of a podcast host. I do. I feel like 1/500 of a podcast host.
Was it 1/500 or 1 in 2400?
I don't know. The whole Elizabeth Warren saga of her being a Native American is just...
Why does it keep going?
She did it.
I know why, though.
She's running for president in 2020. So she wants to run for president in 2020.
Right.
There is a consensus among the Democratic Party that they need somebody to stand up against Trump and, you know, bullying and trying to get out of the way. And like, I think with him questioning the Obama birth certificate for so long, she knew that potentially that's
okay, so she tried to get ahead of it.
She did.
She 23'd in Meade.
Pocahontas. Pocahontas.
Basically, that's what she is.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh boy, these memes have given me life for all day long.
I love it so
one of my
much.
beef fries, Evan Hafer posted one of her in a scene of Last of the Mohicans.
Amazing.
I died.
Because it's
laughing.
really her running, right?
Yeah.
Which is the best. It's not like, I'm like, where did they get that shot of her running like that? Because it's not even her head on a body.
I don't know. And
oh, it's awesome.
But the bigger issue with that, that I can't stop thinking about is if that's what you think it's going to take to compete with Trump in 2020, Elizabeth Warren isn't the person to do that type of shit. It's going to take somebody bigger with a bolder voice, not Elizabeth Warren.
No.
And what I didn't know, and this brought a bunch of more shit to light because I didn't really understand the whole Pocahontas thing and her claiming to be Native American. I didn't understand why and what was going on. Now this just brought to light more facts to me where I'm like, man, you really did that. Like, you really decided to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you really did. Like, you really thought that people were going to be like, oh.
But this goes so much deeper. I didn't know until this test yesterday or whatever the fuck it was that she had checked off Native American on her college applications.
Because remember back in the day, I don't know, is it like that now?
Still like that now?
It's still like that now where if you have if you're not white, you have a better chance.
You go down this list now. I mean, you want to talk about segregation. That's all of this shit is. College and even mortgages. Mortgages, I did check off that I was Caucasian and I was like, why? Mm-hmm. And then there was another box after you check Caucasian that says, are you non-Hispanic? You sure? Like, it was almost like, are you sure you're not something? Because we can give you money.
We can give you money, yeah.
With the ability to check off Native American on those boxes for college in particular, it gives you a leg up. Every college with affirmative action and all that shit has to let in a certain amount of people. And Native Americans is a big one. That's the biggest one. More than Black or Asian or Latino. Native Americans is the big one because there's not very many true Native Americans left. Right. Therefore, if you check that off on a college application, you're getting in with shitty grades. Yeah. You're getting in.
Yeah.
And I got to see it firsthand in high school. We've talked about this story in the past where, you know, one of my best friends was Black in high school. Terrible grades. He checked off Black and he got into the school. I graduated with honors.
Did not get in. Black.
He did. Well, I mean, but you do.
Black.
He is. But and look, that is totally what the rules are, and that's what he should have done. Mm-hmm. Checked off white. I graduated with honors. I didn't get in. Same school, same exact school. We submitted on the same exact day. Everything across the board.
Right. With
Native American, you have an even bigger advantage because there's none of them. There's nobody left that's Native American going to college. Mm. A lot of people are saying the only reason she got into that great school and became who she was because she's been using this crutch of I'm Native American and all these boxes for a very long time. Now, this extends far beyond college, and I really want to get into this. We talked about this internally on a project we did. We did a movie called 50K and a Call Girl. Yes. You were not. I think we had begun dating and all that stuff. You weren't behind the scenes when I was working on that and submitting this to film festivals. But the biggest deal was Sundance. To get into Sundance Film Festival is a huge deal. They reserve a certain amount of films for Native American producers, Native American directors. So we had a serious discussion of, is there somebody we could add that is a Native American to this project to get in and put it under their name? And that's how serious it becomes, because there isn't any Native Americans making projects.
Okay.
And we thought behind the scenes, like, hey, well, let's throw in a producer who's Native American because we'll probably get in at this point. We ultimately decided against it because if you got popped for something like that, much the same as Elizabeth Warren is getting popped today for all of her shit.
Sure.
It can go real bad real quick, and the media's going to turn against you. I'm glad we didn't do it.
Yes.
But Elizabeth Warren is definitely not shied away from it. And now you're seeing the backlash that I thought was possible in, I think it submitted that film in 2014.
She's really leaning in. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that's my confusion is like, you think that's like, huh?
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know, like, I thought that I was Mexican for like my whole life.
Really?
Do you remember that though?
Yeah, well, your mom said that as well too.
Yeah, and she looks like a little Mexican, and my grandma
Mexican.
speaks Spanish,
Sure.
and I thought,
you bet.
I'm Mexican. I must be a part Mexican.
Sure.
No.
Nothing.
Like 1/2400th, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Same amount as her, right? Which is nothing.
Yeah.
It's the tiniest bit.
You bet.
Just because you're born in Mexico, all these things that you're like, you're not really Mexican. I'm like Greek and Italian.
Yeah.
And then like white.
Yeah.
But but what if I was like, yep, told you.
That's what
I just admitted I've been lied to my whole life.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
And that's what all of this shit is, where it's like, to me, I don't give a baker's fuck what you are or what your family was 300, 400 years ago.
Yeah.
None of us were here.
Right.
Those decisions back then, who cares?
I'm starting to care a little bit, and I think...
Are you really?
No, but we're going to do the thing.
We are going to do the thing just for the show.
Yeah, but
I don't give a fuck.
You don't?
No.
I'm interested to be like, because I gravitate towards certain things, and I don't know if it's just because I like their food or they're like...
Oh, boy, James.
No.
Are you going to tell me you're a foodie next?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying I just want to know why I gravitate towards certain things, like the Italian Sunday supper, or like, do you know what I mean? Certain Greek traditions. Why?
Oh boy, James. I gravitate towards Little Caesars and Olive
That's
Garden.
what I mean. Like, is it just like that, or is it there's actually something behind it?
I don't know. But that's why you're really curious about it?
Yeah, because I was lied to my whole life.
Maybe.
And so now I'm like, I kind of was like, I wasn't ever really into like Mexican food or like the tacky Mexican culture,
Sure.
right? Love it. Fine. But I was never like, I guess this is like, I should be into it, right?
You never wore a lot of turquoise?
No, I never liked the like really colorful tchotchke thing.
Yeah. I've
or
never
like
seen you wearing a poncho.
I wasn't totally into Mexican food. Like I'll crave nachos sometimes.
Yeah, yes.
But that's
a super Mexican dish, by the way.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's not.
No, it's not.
So I was just kind of like, okay, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, you can be something and like not identify with the culture whatsoever. And now that I know that I'm literally the tiniest bit, I might as well be Elizabeth Warren.
Sure.
Then I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. I just want to see. I want to see.
My stance on all of this shit is this. At one point, the continents were combined, and we were all living in Pangea.
Stance.
So therefore, we're all Pangean. I don't really give a shit about, if I'm from Ireland, if I'm from wherever. The point is this. Obviously, that country wasn't fucking rad enough that they came over here at some point. So good on them. Would I like to go and visit there and have a few drinks in Ireland? You bet. Do I even know if I'm Irish? No. That's a simple guess on Patterson.
Wouldn't you be kind of like, oh, crazy? Like if you found out you were like a lot Irish and you're like, oh, man.
No.
No?
Nope. If I found out that I was 100% black, I think that would be something that I would be amped about, like concerned, like, oh, shit.
It's okay for us to have different views on this.
It is.
For sure. But
totally
like,
is. And by the way, I'm in the minority in this category, and I'm glad you brought that up. Because a lot of people identify with their heritage, or this is my heritage, or in particular, when I was living in New York, right? I rarely came across a guy, a New Yorker, who was born and bred there without an Italian flag tattoo.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, but probably their heritage was.
I guess.
If your family has been in New York for longer than however many years, like you've got some Italian in you,
and that's fine.
Sorry, and that's fine too. I'm just saying.
But I was born in America. I identify as an American. I really don't give a shit about the rest of it. I just don't. Me personally, and what am I gonna go back and do? Like, oh man, your ninth great grandfather used to break rocks over in Denmark, and that's how he fed his thing. Like, what do you think he was thinking about me 500 years ago? Oh man, I wonder what my 90th great grandchild is gonna do someday. I bet he's gonna have a podcast. I bet he's gonna warm me up.
I think it's just weird. I don't know. It's weird as purely white people, which is what we identify.
Maybe not, James.
I'm just saying though, you don't have that, like, different cultures have these traditions that they do every blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
Like every Sunday or everything, or dishes that they make for whatever.
Yeah.
So it feels weird to not have that.
What side of the table?
It's like, is it mac and cheese? Do you know what I mean? Is that our like dish that we like?
Speaking of that, what side of the table does Elizabeth Warren sit on at Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
White side or the Indian side? I don't know either, Jessie.
There's sides of the table?
Yeah, that's how it was. That's the original Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
You had the Indians, and then you had the Pilgrims on the other side, James. Which side is she sitting on?
I don't think they sat down with the Pilgrims. I think they made that up afterwards to
make
it seem like.
I think they had a nice meal together.
Oh, did they?
I think they had a peace pipe afterwards. I think Elizabeth Warren's whole family was sitting down with them and sitting down with the Pilgrims, just trying to figure life out. And I think she should run on that platform for 2020.
Well, why don't we just make up a weird tradition that is solely our weird Patterson American tradition?
Kwanzaa.
Make it up.
Is that real?
Oh my God.
Like, is any of this real? For real. Somebody started Santa Claus. What year was that? What year did that go down?
Yeah.
Somebody started it. Why can't we start something like that?
That's what I'm just saying.
No, I know. But like, I want a person.
Yeah,
I want
a person. Like, we'll make up our own date. We'll have our own. Again, it'll probably be mac and cheese. And like some kind of...
How about Jimmy Tree Legs, And he only comes on December 16th. And he's just got little 2 tree legs. And it's like, oh...
Jimmy Tree Legs and the Pine Valley 3.
Yeah, what'd you bring us, Jimmy? I brought you a whole basket full of pine cones for your whole family. Did you?
Yeah.
It's Jimmy Tree Legs.
We hide pine cones all over the house for the kids to find. Just like...
It's a nice pine cone search.
Yeah.
Okay, kids, wake up. I heard some branches clicking together.
And then
it's Jimmy Tree Legs. Jimmy Tree Legs is out. Mm-hmm. Grab your baskets. Go look for pine cones. They're everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Inside the house, though. We like it to be real dirty and like
sappy.
And then if you don't find it, we like to find it years later, just like broken, stuck to the thing.
And then we all sit down and enjoy a nice pine cone pie. afterwards,
Pine cone pie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll make a pie that like the top looks like a pine cone. Everything's very pine cone themed.
Yeah. A lot of air fresheners.
This is rough. But yeah, lots of
air fresheners. Yeah.
Potpourri.
Yeah. Around the house.
Yes.
It's old Jimmy Tree Legs. Yep.
Colorful potpourris everywhere.
He came to the land that Jimmy Tree Legs. Yeah. That's what we have a song. We all sit around, and then we
both knew it.
We roast pine cones over a fire together. Like, oof, let's just burn on the branch.
It's just a big fire. The kids are like, oh, and it just like starts everything on fire. Yes, and I want that to be something that they pass down
Pine Cone Day
to their children and their children's children, and it's the Patterson
Pine Cone
Super White American
Pine Cone Day.
December 16th, Jimmy Pinecone Leg Day. You know what I mean? So that they can always do that
Pine
with their
Cone Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing it.
You dress up as,
Jimmy
and
Tree Legs. Yeah.
Where's Dad? All we see is Jimmy Tree Legs.
Yeah. I think we have our new tradition, Pinecone Day, December 16th. Be rough. There. I expect a card. I expect,
It's rough around
a lot of things.
It is rough.
Why?
I don't care. I don't care what you are.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
I don't care. I don't.
Lord,
don't give a shit.
Heaven.
And to that point, by the way, all the food that I like is super Americanized, Mexican.
Yeah.
I don't like the tortillas. I like it Taco Bell. That's how I like my Mexican.
Yeah.
I don't like the. Oh, it's just a couple of pieces of meat, carnitas, and like some cilantro and some shitty fucking corn thing with no taste on it whatsoever. Mm-hmm. I don't like any of that.
Lots of lard in traditional.
Load up. Give me a crunchy shell, some ground beef with a little taco seasoning right out of a package, ripped open. I want to hear that sizzle in the pan on the stove. A lot of sour cream. Mm-hmm. Don't care if it's light or if it's regular, because honestly, that's the only product that is light or regular that actually tastes the same. In my opinion, load up. Get that shredded cheese from like a Kroger. Put that right on there. Don't you fucking dare get me that Mexican 4 cheese. You know what I'm talking about?
You don't like
that shredded Mexican. I don't even like a hint of whatever your bullshit Mexican seasoning is. Give me that American. Give me that sharp cheddar, bro. I need that sharp cheddar in my life. That's how American I want my fucking taco. Burritos, boom. I'll go a little bit on the Mexican side. There was a place, so I have it here. I do. I'm going to hold this up to camera. Anybody watching the video show at home, subscribe on YouTube or on iTunes. Rocking these videos like I'm rocking these beats. This is La Bamba right here. Little bobblehead, okay? Mm-hmm. On the side of it, if you'll see, it says burritos as big as your head. Hence, there's a burrito for the head. This was my favorite all-time Mexican place in this world. I would go there every time I went back. It was on Ohio State's campus. Every time I would go there, I would go to this place, and it would bring me more joy than I've ever had in my entire life during anything. Obviously, besides children being born. Your wedding is after the burrito place.
Yeah.
That's I love you, but I'm sorry, it's down past the burrito place. Yeah. You'd go there. They would take this flour tortilla, but it's like an American version of it. Meats on there. The cheese, the rest of it. But they had this special Mexican salsa that they put on. That was autentico, as they say in the biz. That was the greatest burrito of all time. Splash of Mexican, the rest of it Americanized. Boom, burrito in my face, jacked up on sour cream. That's my end all be all jam. Olive Garden. Talked about this. Post Malone. Mm-hmm. Posty took Jimmy Fallon to Olive Garden the other night. All day long. I can eat that.
Really?
Love them breadsticks. Love that salad.
Yeah,
Hombre.
I could get down with that. Pretty much everything else, though.
Nah, I can get down on their spaghetti and whatnot. Like,
okay.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I can't get down with anymore is Red Lobster, but it's like that's not really from another country.
Why can you not get down on it anymore?
So I went there, and it's small now. When I was a child, it seemed massive. Like, oh my god, these lobster tails are. They're off the
no.
Now you go.
They used to be big.
I'm going to hold up this straightrazors.com box. This was how big the lobster tail was that I got at Red Lobster, and I was just like, what the fucking shit, bro? Give me 10 of those and I might be full. But otherwise, like, you might as well cut off your ring finger and just throw that on the table and be like, oh, eat up. Your lobster's here. Your lobster tail is here. Right. Fuck off with that shit. But that's not from a different land.
No.
No. Chinese food. Oh, there we are. Back to that Asian culture again. Mm-hmm. Now that I can get down on all goddamn day long. Love Chinese food. The General Tso. Spicy pork, all of it. Yeah. The garlic chicken, the mugu gai pan. That, congratulations, man. I'm good to go across the board. And when I went to San Francisco, because I shot a movie there, you go back to the real Chinatown. There's a lot of Chinatown set up all over the country. That's a real Chinatown experience. And I had the real Chinese food. Tastes the same as fucking going down the street to China Star, essentially. Mm-hmm. And I was like, God damn it. All right, cool.
You had real Chinese food in San Francisco?
San Francisco, yeah. Because I'm gonna be realsies with it.
I would have thought it'd be China.
No.
And then everything else would be Americanized.
Let's face it. San Francisco is half Chinese. Have you been there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd be surprised if it wasn't more. Maybe 75-25, where it's just like, it is all Chinese. Yeah. When you go down to Chinatown there, I mean, you're getting the hanging ducks in the fucking window shit, where you're just like, all right, dog.
It's basically China.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And their food is incredible down there. Holy shit. So yeah, that's one that I get down on, where it's like where it's real. Mm-hmm. The rest of it, fuck off. Irish food's another one.
Oh no, it's gross.
Yeah.
And English food.
Yeah, same. Where you're just like, man, Americanize that shit up. Like,
I don't think
make that fish and chips like Long Dong Silver's. The dongers did it. Long Dong Silver's.
You don't like a tradish.
Fish and chips?
Yeah.
I do, but I like it baked. I like it crispy.
Yeah. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. But sometimes they can't quite get there. And I like that vinegar on it. Let's go a little Vin Diesel on it.
Mm-hmm,
yeah. But that's I want everything to be kind of Americanized.
Yeah.
Fish fry we had in, what was it, the Bahamas or whatever? Mm-hmm. Now, I got down on that.
Yeah.
But they did throw a little yum sauce on that shit, where I was just like...
There was a lot of Americans in that.
Yeah.
In that place.
A lot of it.
Yeah. You felt like you were...
Exactly. I like my shit to be Americanized.
Sure.
So even to that nth. That's why I don't care about any of this stuff, where it's just like, great, everything's kind of infused now, and I don't care. I don't really care. But we are going to do the test.
We are going to do the test, and like we said, we have different opinions on it, or different feelings about it.
And my best friend just did it. Matt Best.
What did he...
Matt and his wife, Noelle, did it. Well, the results aren't back. So I was like, yo, how long do you have to wait? And I think he said it was like 2 months.
Oh, dang.
60 days. Yeah. So I was like, what was it? And he's like, you just spit and swab your mouth and do some other stuff. And
Here's a question. Do you want them to tell you, because you can choose, do you want them to tell you if you're predisposed to any diseases, or they can tell you like all of that shit? I'm going to say
I think that would be, yes. I think that would be helpful for sure.
I'm going to say no.
For sure. I think
Alzheimer's and stuff, like I just don't think I want to know.
I think I already do know, which is the weird part about it. So it's just like, why not confirm it so I can at least jam out as much content as I possibly can before all that shit sets in.
I don't think
my grandfather had Parkinson's, and he was pretty. He moved around pretty good, even all the way, and he lived into his 80s with it. But he moved around pretty well. He had a heart condition though.
I guess it'd be good if you can catch stuff early, but
yeah. I think
there's some things that I don't want to know if I can't do anything about it.
I think that's why. So he was back in the day, he was vice president of Allstate. And I believe he was forced to retire in like the 70s, right? Simply for the fact that he had this heart condition that if they would have caught it earlier,
Oh, okay.
He probably could have kept going, but they didn't have that shit back then. So yeah, I'd be curious in that aspect of it. But if you're gonna tell me that I was 1/10 fucking German, sweet. I love their sausages and their beer and shit.
I'm not interested.
Great.
Again, I'm not interested in the like super small percentage. I'm interested to see if I'm a large percentage, something that I didn't realize.
If you are though, you realize I'm gonna call you that on the show forever and ever and ever, and that's gonna be your life now. Jessie Wiseman, everybody. The Jables, a.k.a. 4/18. Swedish.
Swedish? Yeah.
Whatever it is.
It's probably some like...
Yeah, the Swede.
White, European, white.
White. I'm definitely white. I mean, they traced my shit back to the 1700s here in Pennsylvania, so it's like...
We obviously are.
Good on that, fam,
I get that you are. I get it.
Find out. So you get on, I tell you what, after the show ends, you get on and, because we've talked about this in the past about ordering this thing.
Yeah.
Just order it up. Just do it. How much is it?
I think it's like 200 for both of us.
200, huh? Couple of hundo. Throw it down and then order it, because if it takes 8 weeks.
Yeah, we should do it.
We should have results by Christmas. So after the show is over, order that up. We'll spit, dump. What if instead of spitting the cup, we just turned in like massive stool samples, and we're like, hey, sorry, my mouth was really dry, went out last night, was super parched.
We don't read it.
Nope.
We're just like, oh, this container looks.
Yep. Just dump out in their cup and send it back on each of us. And we're like, hey, we went out last night, we were super parched. All we have is this to identify us. Is this huge log of feces going to do it? Could you imagine?
It would do, though.
The look on their faces if they opened the package and they're expecting a nice cotton swab with like some saliva on it, and it was just a gigantic Lincoln log like laid out, and we were like, "Hey," in our own Tupperware, like not even in their cup, where it was just like in our own Tupperware, and it was just like, "Hey, sorry, wasn't sure how this was going to come out."
I'm going to use my child's sandwich container that has like PJ Maxx on the front.
Smash it down in there.
I always joke that I don't like pee-pee poo-poo talk, but it still gets me. It still gets me as much as I want to act like it doesn't.
Imagine the look of shock on their face if they opened it and it was just like, oh my God, that is definitely not how you find out who your ancestors are.
I think you still could.
And then you just write it. You just leave a note with it that just says,
"Lost the swabs. Hope this still works."
And that really wanted you to go deep into my history. Not sure what I had to eat yesterday, but
that might help you out culture-wise. And we know that's how you feel about this whole process, obviously, is you just want to leave a dump in the thing.
From Taco Bell. It was 3 crunchy tacos, Supremes. Hope this helps. Feeling like I might be half Mexican. Not sure.
Let me know.
LEMME. No.
Smiley face.
Anywho, yet another show where we're, fucking 20
almost
in
to the end
without even sniffing the sponsors, assholes, yet. Let's get in there, shall we? Let's get into these sponsors, ass-eating season sponsors, shall we? First and foremost, talking about BlackRifleCoffee.com. I think they should go to Ancestry.com before they start using the name Black for all their coffee. Let's find out what it really is.
You're being such a butthead about it.
BlackRifleCoffee.com is a premium roast to order coffee. It means they make it in small batches. They bag it up in the warehouse. They ship it out fresh. Straight to your face. Man, they get bags. They got K-cups. They got T-shirts. Look at this. I'm wearing for the video folks at home.
I'm loving that T-shirt.
Same. So I got this in Vegas. We did a live show in Vegas from the Black Rifle Coffee headquarters. Kidding. They've got a shop out there. I wish I always joke because I wish their headquarters were out there.
Yeah.
God, and
we're just going to the headquarters.
God damn it,
Vegas.
Man.
Yeah.
I really lobbied for that. They were
Can you guys move to Vegas?
Yeah, because the first time when they were looking at sites, I was like, dude, come to Wilmington. Like that would be the fucking jam.
Perfect.
And they were like, I don't know, Salt Lake City.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of
worst
by the ocean.
city in America. Yeah, you might as well have picked Anchorage, Alaska. So they picked Salt Lake City. After that, great, we're gonna move. We're gonna get fucking back to the biz.
San Antonio's a little better,
but it was Austin first.
No,
and I was like,
that would have been awesome.
They were like, "Will you move?" And I was like, "You going to Austin? We'll pack it up for sure. For sure, I'll go to Austin. Raise my kids on Lake Travis, get a boat. Wing, bling, bling, bling. No, San Antonio. Not that there's anything wrong with San Antonio.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for a lake, a little water around me. That's what I enjoy.
Sure.
I hated L.A.
You're a Pisces.
Yeah. Fish. I'm a water sign.
You're a water sign. You like to be close to water.
So I was hoping for, because we lived on the water in L.A. We live on the water here. Austin would have fulfilled my water dreams, but they're in San Antonio. They seem to be happy about it, so good on them.
I think people like San Antonio.
But I wish it was Vegas. If you were going to stay on that side of the coast, go to Vegas. I got to...
Can you get those online or no?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
And that's what I want to ask, because this is a great t-shirt.
Yeah.
And they had given it to me after we recorded the live show there. And their coffee store is awesome. Like Black Rifle Coffee. Here's this is no bullshit. Since I was there, and I'll get into this for a second. They had a very small, awesome coffee store where they made it fast. It was fresh. And then you got the fuck out of there. If I stand in one more goddamn line for coffee like Starbucks, because I was in New York. We had a bunch of live shows and we had the fight there. There's a Starbucks down in the lobby. Every day you feel like some fucking sheep in this line of overpriced bullshit coffee that tastes like shit. Like,
I know.
I've never been a Starbucks fan.
Yeah.
You have to juice it up with 90 things of caramel and whatever, butt fuck pumpkin spice and cinnamon Triscuits and
Triscuits, yummy.
Whatever the fuck you have to put in that coffee to make it taste good. I'm like, man, I wish I could just go to a small Black Rifle coffee store anywhere in America, just get my coffee and not, have a big halloo about it. I still can't get the goddamn sizes right at Starbucks either. Sir, what's that like? A medium. I want a fucking medium, dude.
Yeah.
That's all I want. At the Black Rifle, no lie. So I go into Black Rifle, shoot this show. I walk in because I had, I think 3 or 4 shows that day. I'm exhausted. And I was just like, hey, man, can you just give me 3 shots of whatever? Great. What size? Medium. Ice. Ice. Yeah, sure. Whatever. You can go hang out outside. We'll bring it to you. What? No, you can just go outside. We'll just bring this to you. And I was like, fuck off. And I don't know them either. So this is just like random employees behind the thing.
Right.
So it wasn't like it was our buddies behind there. And I was
yeah.
Really? And they were like, yeah, bring it. That's fine. Go outside. They bring me my coffee. Dude, I'm in and out in like 2 minutes with great coffee.
Right.
And I was like, shit.
And there's
I've been
nobody
standing in this line full of sheep all goddamn day.
There's nobody running a business out of there, setting up an office in the corner with their laptop and just
none of that stupid shit. You go in, you get your coffee and leave. That is it. If you want to buy their bags of coffee, you can get it there and their t-shirts. So I was just like, hey, how much for this t-shirt? $20. Great. I'll take it. Because it's not, the quality is amazing. So it's not like I'm getting a Gil Dan t-shirt. My whole point of telling you all of this is hopefully this company gets big enough and these stores keep expanding. I know there was one in South Carolina, and I know there's one in Vegas. I hope this becomes a new norm because it's easy, and I don't want to hang out in a coffee shop all day. I don't want to sit there with my laptop with 80 other people who are on their laptops making fake business deals happen, and writing hashtag hustling on their cups. I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to go in, get my coffee, leave, continue to be a man about my life, and then go to work where I actually am going to work. Mm-hmm. So if you support companies like that, blackriflecoffee.com is one of those. Use the one-time promo code REVOLUTION for 20% off, and you get the shit shipped to your house at the Coffee Club of the month. On the same date of every single month. They never miss. They have not missed once in a year. And I looked it up now. It's been fucking 19, 20 months. We're heading into our 20th month there that I've been on this subscription. It's great. They've never missed. I've never had one fucking problem with this company.
So
Forget
true.
that they're my best friends. Literally, throw that out the window. Dead serious. Otherwise, I wouldn't tell you to waste your fucking money. I don't give a shit. Next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com. Another great company that I love. We've been with them for 3 years now. Holy shit, we've been Drinking Bros for 3 years. Thanksgiving of 2015 is when we started. Wow, that sounds weird. First sponsor there. First sponsor on Ross Patterson Revolution.
Smart.
Why? But I'll tell you why. There's a reason. Because it's great, and everybody who drinks it says it's great, and they love it, and they fucking use it everywhere. Like, the main sponsors that have been with us for a long, long, long time across the board, it's because people keep buying it. The sponsors do well. We love it. It's easy to sell, and it's just like, all right, great. I'm not jamming something down somebody's face that they don't fucking want or they're not going to fucking use. Strikeforce is one of those two. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. 4 amazing flavors: a lemon, grape, original, orange, and this grape, man. This is my go-to if you want to be fucking reals about it. Man, I'm getting real today, James.
You really are.
We're stretching out my groins here. Grape is my favorite. I use that in everything, and I still go back to the original. The orange I fucks with in vodka, and so the lemon. Those are what I go to in that. But they're great in water, and that's my pre-workout. It's my afternoon drink. Drink that shit every day before I go to the gym. And I have a subscription a month to them too, and it's great. Promo code Revolution, 20% off at StrikeForceEnergy.com. That's good forever, and they ship everywhere in the entire world. So if you're listening to this in fucking Germany, congratulations, they'll ship it to you. Next up, we've got the fan fave, StraightRazors.com.
Ooh, that's a clean cut. Smooth. Are you right, kids?
Oh, boy, James.
I thought you were going to do that with me.
A lot of honey in that voice. I'm not going to take that from you.
Oh.
I'm not going to take that moment from you. You know? That was yours.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. The ringtones. Everybody is buying the You Like It ringtone on iTunes.
Every
and
time
Android
you do a live
shit.
show, it's like I could hear the
You can hear it in the background.
In the background.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you like it? You like it? It's hilarious, by the way. We've sold, I don't know how many thousands of those goddamn things. The fact that they're everywhere is hilarious. Buy the You Like It ringtone. Buy StraightRazors.com. I use that shit every day. Fucking aftershave, razors, use it every single morning. Love it. The Smolder is my fucking jam. The cologne, the Smolder cologne is my jam. I'm going to have a mustache in November. In December, I always carry a mustache usually through November through January.
And it's strong and I like it.
And I use that mustache wax. I do. That's what I throw on. You got to, because when you're starting off, it gets a little bristly. You got to pat that shit down. They got beard oil, shampoos, conditioners, anything you need to be a real dude on this planet. Go to StraightRazors.com. Use the promo code Revolution for 20% off. That's good every time. That's a big savings there. Great stocking stuffer. You want to talk about what else is a great stocking stuffer. Oh, when darkness falls, he doesn't catch it, and at night she cries while he rides his steed. Ripping up the charts. I just found out today there's a bestseller list for Audible.
What?
Yeah, we made it.
Stop.
Yeah. So it says bestseller on there. We were as high as number 6 in the world. So I don't know what their scale is, but it says When Darkness Falls, He Doesn't Catch It made the bestseller list on Audible. And I was like, fuck you.
That's awesome.
It is. Highest rated book on Audible. All of Audible. 4.99, kids. I don't know who the dick was who took it down 1/10 of a point, because it deserves to be a 5. But
we'll find him and kill him.
And both the hardbacks are perfect 5s on Amazon. You're welks. You are welcome for that. Look, if you're on a long car trip, 6.5 hours, boom. When Darkness Falls, He Doesn't Catch It. You get me and the Jabes and a team of actors, Oscar winners, Emmy winners. They're all in that shit. Same with When Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed. You're looking at 13 hours worth of fucking awesomeness for drives. So get in on it. Love it, live it, grope it. Speaking about loving it and living it, I wanna lead off with a real disgusting story that I'm real stoked about.
A disgusting story?
You know I love random gay sex. Like it is awesome. It makes me laugh.
Sure.
Brokeback Mountain is one of my faves. Again, I'm not going to go into the story of how I sat in that theater and laughed like it was Anchorman. It was great. Like that shit just makes super uncomfortable shit that makes other dudes uncomfortable makes me laugh, and I love it. Mm-hmm. There's a porn star named Austin Wolf who was on a Delta flight. There was a gay male flight attendant, which is rare. Never would have thought that those male flight attendants
They're my
are gay.
favorite.
Same. They're real bitchy, though.
They're real bitchy, but, sometimes you need that to get things moving. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
And it's somehow coming from a lady. It doesn't work as well.
So, male flight attendant, gay.
Sure.
Delta Airlines.
Sure.
A gay male porn star, Austin Wolf.
Check.
On the plane.
You got all the components.
Everything.
You've got all the pieces.
Everything going for you. You know where I'm going with this.
So I'm saying, what ends up shaking out?
Plane deboards. One person stays. One passenger stays. Austin Wolf. And they fuck in the bathroom on the Delta Airlines plane.
Okay.
And record it. 8 minutes worth of video, which is a long time to have gay sex.
In the bathroom?
I guess you gotta... It depends. It depends. You can fit somebody on there.
My God.
So he faces being fired, which I'm surprised he's not fired yet.
Yeah, just go ahead and fire him. When he faces being fired, he's
apparently
fired.
Somebody wants to watch this 8-minute video. And he was... Look, the attendant was off duty.
Look.
I will say this.
Okay.
However, he was still wearing his Delta
in the video
uniform. Yeah, so obviously he was catching a flight somewhere else. He was off duty, but he was still wearing his attendant.
He was in
thing.
between duties.
I don't know where that falls. I don't know where the line is with that. Like,
Do you then just turn into a normal
person?
Customer?
Not sure. Or is it like when an off-duty cop kills somebody in a store, like a robber in a store? Because he's off-duty, he's still a cop,
Right.
Still a flight attendant.
Okay. Same
Clips, this is the greatest part of this story. Clips of the 8-minute steamy encounter were later posted on Twitter, where they were soon reported to the airline underneath the slogan, "Keep climbing."
What?
I hope you can hear me slow clapping right now. For the video folks, you can definitely see me clapping right now.
Right.
That's genius. That is fucking genius. So the movies have been pulled down, but the employee was suspended pending a full investigation into a breach of the company's standards of behavior.
Why can't you just
fire him? So good. It's one of those things where it's like if you're gay, then you're worried about a discrimination thing or whatever. It is my understanding that it is illegal to fuck on a plane, regardless of if you're a passenger or a flight attendant. Is it illegal or frowned upon? I believe it's illegal. They do not let you have sex in the bathrooms on planes. You have to get away with that. That is something you get away with. Yeah, but I'm saying there won't be cops waiting for you. You'll just get a really Not true. So there was a couple who got popped having sex on the restroom, and when they got off the plane, the cops were waiting for them. The stewardesses called them. They tried to get them out of the bathroom. They were unsuccessful. They finished, and then when they landed, there was cops waiting for them. Okay. I don't know what the rules are on this. Was it because they were super intoxicated? The fact that they recorded it and then 8 minutes locked inside the tiny space. So they recorded it, and then why did they put it up? Why? Actually, this is mid-flight. They did this mid-flight. Okay, well that changes everything. Then there are two passengers at that point. I mean, he's still a Delta employee, but he's not working the plane. Oh, so he's just catching a ride. Yes. Haha. Mile Dong Club. Boo. Oh yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gay. Obviously, there's been some questions by you. This guy is your definition of male porn star. I get why the stewardess went for it. The steward, perhaps. Steward, yeah. Yeah. If you look up Austin Wolf, very unusual belly button tattoo. Not unusual. Yeah. That's pretty much the uniform. But I get it. The beauty of this is in this. This is coming from the Daily Mail, by the way, UK. is my jam.
Oh, yeah.
They get stories faster than any American outlet. I don't know. And they get the facts every single time before anybody else does. I don't know how they do it, but I love it. What I find hilarious, though, is in this ad that you know, because when you pop up these pages, there's always ads in between. There's 2 sunny side up eggs and a piece of bacon for a place called Bay's English Muffins. There's an English muffin next to it, like obviously a British thing. But if you're telling me they didn't get the double meaning there of the little continental breakfast.
Oh. Is that what it's called?
That's what I call my dick and balls, the continental breakfast. I do. A nice strip of bake with 2 sunny side up eggs coming at you. Yeah. I like to carve a hole into room service carts and then surprise people when I pull up the silver tray and be like, did you order the continental breakfast?
Oh.
Congratulations. Here it is.
Your penis?
It's my penis.
Ah.
And it's 2 eggs, 1 long strip of bacon.
It's confusing how that would happen. But yeah, no.
How?
Like how's the penis in the tray?
I carve a hole underneath the table and then I lay it up through on the table like so.
So then you're like...
Yeah, I'm leaned back a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not much, but a little bit, you know, because it's towards the end of the table and it's just like, hey, I'll put the drinks, the butters, the creamers, the coffee, all of that stuff towards the end of my station and then roll it in.
I'm getting the full picture now.
Roll it in. You bet. Put a little, because I'll even do this. I'll put some Bernays next to it, you know, just in case. Some Hollandaise.
Yeah, like, if you want to dip it.
Yeah, would you like to?
Some people like to dip it.
Dip it. I'm going to say this. I don't know what's going to happen with this guy, this flight attendant, this steward, if you will, this stew, as I like to call him. Male stewardesses love it when you call them stews. I've found in my business. But I think, look, as a gay man, if you have a shot at this, I would have gone for it too. I think it's worth his job if he ends up losing it. Good for him.
Yeah, I think that's probably what he was thinking.
Yeah.
Was kind of like, hey,
yeah,
I'm doing this, and if I lose my job.
By the way, this porn star, this Austin Wolf, is New York based, and he does advertise his services online for $1,200 a night. You can spend the night with him as a rent boy. Yeah,
rent boy.
That's what they call it.
Okay.
I don't know look. I'm not big on the gay community. I don't know their terms, and I'm not going to pretend to know. What I do gather, though, when you're using the term rent boy online, it means you can just, rent a little fuck boy for the night.
So he got it for free.
Did. Got it for free on that flight.
Huge savings.
And at $1,200, let's face it, that's the price of a first class ticket cross country.
Yeah.
So if you're going from Boston to LA, that's a $1,200 first class ticket. You essentially got a first class ride.
Yeah. From
a first class penis. Austin Wolf. I'm a big fan of that name. Real strong.
Yeah.
Real strong.
And he is very strong.
He's 6'4", though, which is surprising. Because again, and he's built like a brick shithouse, this guy.
That's what I'm saying. How are you fitting in there?
I don't know. But good on him, man. Yeah. That's a big man to stuff
Good
in
for
there.
you.
I wonder how they don't have a picture of this. The Daily Mail, by the way, classy site, which I always love.
Love it.
They said they're choosing not to identify the suspended flight attendant because he says he did not have consent to having the footage made public. What were you? I guess you were going to jack off to it later. Like, hey, I fucked this porn star and this was awesome and I'm going to jack off to this later. Good on him either way. Hopefully he had the new iPhone because that 4K on there is pristine. You could sell that. Put some filters on it too.
Boom.
Make yourself look a little nicer. Because let's face it, that lighting in a airline toilet isn't the best. You probably want to go.
He's using Snapchat filters.
You're probably You're probably going to want to throw a little X Pro 2 on there for those Instagram fans out there. So that's just me. That's just me. But since we're over across the pond, Jabes, I want to talk about your favorite and my favorite, Meghan Markel.
Good for her.
She's having a baby.
Of course she is. What did I say?
You called this. Now tell the audience, remind them what you said.
Well, she's got to lock it down.
Yeah.
She had to lock it down.
Yeah.
She was pretending to be real cash this whole time. And she's got to lock it down so she can keep up the facade. I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
I said, Prince Harry?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
You fucking liar.
Yeah.
You were begging your friend to set you up with him.
A little 37-year-old divorcee. Now,
Divorcee.
she's carrying
First
a royal
kid.
baby.
I'm going to tell you something, girlfriend. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough go. When you're an elder millennial.
An elder statesman giving a baby.
Technically a millennial, so is she.
Really?
Yeah.
We're
We're cuspers.
Yeah, come on. Well, then identify with the other one. You know?
What?
Identify with the other one. What's the one before? Is that Gen X? Generation X?
Gen X and then millennial, right?
Generation Y? I don't like Y.
I think it was
Why are we
X and
doing
then
this?
Y.
I think,
and then
who knows?
millenn.
Either way, the shitty one that you don't want to be is millennial.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's as a fellow older millennial,
Yeah.
it's going to be rough.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough on her.
It's going to be will it? Because she's going to have so much help that it's like, oh,
it's going to be another fucking royal that's going to make normal ladies look like shit.
Yeah. Because she's going to walk out of that hospital after 3 hours and hold the baby up.
Gorgeous. She's going to be in a Marquesa or something that's going to sell out online.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah. Yeah. So good for them. My question is this, though, because I find this happening with all these royal people who get married. They always have a kid right away. Is that part of it? Do you have to? Are we going old school with it?
The whole thing is old school. Their whole situation out there, the monarchy or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to bear heirs, and you need to have a boy.
Yeah. Well,
if you have
good
a
luck
girl,
to him.
you have to keep trying.
I think Harry's gonna have a boy. I think he's good.
Yeah, you think he's got the goods?
We'll see. It's going to be pumping out of his balls.
Yeah, and it's not going to be hard for them. It's not going to be hard for them.
No, they'll have like 30 nannies and all that shit. It'll be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she'll walk out of that hospital three hours later and look just as thin before she got pregnant. It's crazy, right? What do they do to those women? Because remember, we watched Homegirl walk out, Kate Middleton. Yeah. She was in like a size 2 dress again. Like it was like nothing had happened. It was like, were you ever pregnant? Was that real?
They were, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think they're closely monitored while they're pregnant as far as like what they're eating, how they're keeping their weight. Okay. I think it's like a real behind the scenes. I've watched The Crown. Have you? Yeah. So behind the scenes, it's your job to do that.
All right.
It's your job to look the way that you look and act like everything is super easy and amazing. And so.
Well, she looks happier than fuck with him. I can tell you that. And every stitch of footage, it's crazy.
She's just adoringly like.
Yeah. God.
Of course she is.
Yep.
She fucking hit the jackpot. An American princess, a fucking thirsty ass.
Yeah.
Pretending not to fucking know who he was. She fucking orchestrated that shit from beginning to end.
She won, man.
And now she is done. And if that baby actually comes out and it's a boy, forget it.
Yeah, she'll be a hero.
No, she's just in. That's it. You don't have to fucking... You can drop the facade
but she'll also be a hero.
Yeah. You can drop it. Bitch.
Your hatred for her is amazing, by the way.
Is it hatred for her? Is it hatred for everything? I have a newborn.
Yeah. Yep. Nah, you're starting to hate everything in life these days.
It's tough to find, and I'm just gonna say something because we like to be honest, right?
Yeah.
With our listeners and just kind of like be real. I think it should be, and I'm serious about this. I think it should be illegal for people to get divorced with little kids, with young kids.
Yeah.
Because as you know, if you get through it, you wake up one day and you're like, oh, hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in like
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
God, what just fucking happened, right? And it does get better. I mean, unless there's any kind of domestic violence or bullshit or like really bad things going on, I think you should have to stick it out for a certain amount of time till you maybe get to that other side because it happens. It's rough, dude, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to lie and say it's all fucking roses and royal. So we're not going to be like the royals and fucking waddle out with a diaper on, pretending that we don't have one on.
Look, it's not all sunshine and kitten dicks, obviously.
It's not, but, you know, it ends. And then you look back and you go, fuck, what was that, right?
And I think that's what Meghan Markle's going to do, you know?
What?
She's going to look back and just say, this was the most
I'm not talking about fucking stupid Meghan Markle anymore. Stop fucking talking about her.
It gets your goat, and
We're
I love
done talking about perfect Meghan Markle with her one little hair that comes, just a little out of place right here. And it's so gorgeous and perfect. What does she do to stay healthy on these flights? I don't care. And nobody should care. And speaking of
gorgeous and perfect, I want to talk about Pippa. What's my motherfucking name? Pippa. And who I'm rolling with? Who? Pippa.
That's your nah.
Better get it right. Better get it right. Pippa. Love Pippa Middleton. Big fan of Pippa. We all are. When I watched the royal wedding, the first one with Kate. Mm-hmm. Kate and
that was your girl. You're like, hello, Pippa.
All of us were like, hello, Pippa.
Really?
What up, girl? Yeah, Pippa was the jam, dude. Pippa was cool. Pippa was deuces at a party. Like, Pippa was like, yo, I'll pound the Four Loko. Just shut the fuck up about it. Pippa was us, man. You know, Pippa was our peeps. She got married. We obviously knew, though, like, this was not going to be a Meghan Markle sitch. She was not going to marry the poor guy. So, like, you know, anybody under 80 mil in that conversation is a dude. Like, and I had a conversation with this about my dude friends back in the day. So what did they get married? Maybe 6-7 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then that's when Pippa came on the scene because she showed up at the wedding looking baller status. And you were just like, oh my God, who is this? Mm-hmm. It's Kate's sister. And you're like, God damn, Pippa. I was discussing it with my male friends and we were like, who do you think she's going to end up with? Because it's now that she's burst on the scene, like it's over with. And all of us males said at the same time, the guy's not going to have anything less than 80 million. Anything less than 80 is not going to do it for Pippa. Sure enough, she married somebody fucking rich.
Yeah,
and
not great looking either.
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
Money can buy you anything you want in this world.
Money just kind of makes you look a little
looks a lot better. Man, I have a great story that I will share one day about that. And it's so good. Anyways, about money making real ugly people look better. We were just like, what?
Oh yeah.
And this one's a dagger. One day I will tell the story. But for now, we'll stick with Pips.
Okay.
Pippa. She has a child after she marries this guy. Mm-hmm. Meghan Markle, the royal baby's here, another royal baby. We're fucking doing it. It's amazing. Who gives birth the day after this announcement? Pippa, buried. You want to talk about a story
like the Drake
being buried?
And Kanye thing, where it's like, right?
She
took her date.
Yeah.
She knew when she was going to give birth. They knew the whole time.
Yeah.
And she announced, she's not even showing yet.
No.
And they announced the day before.
Yeah.
That's some fucking shady shit. Yeah. And that's the kind of bitch Meghan Markle is, dude. I'm telling you. You know who pays for all her clothes?
Who?
Prince William.
Wait, not Harry?
No.
Why?
Because he's the higher up, whatever. So the budget for her clothes comes from...
from the older brother. God, that would be weird, wouldn't it?
So weird. That's the kind of bitch she is.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thirsty ass who? Prince Harry?
Yeah.
Well, I'll meet him as long as he's nice. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I will say this. Her and
Pippa, your girl Pippa got fucking hosed, dude.
She did.
It's not like she just all of a sudden had a baby. They knew the date for 9 fucking months.
Yeah.
And you announced right before. And they announced at their friend's wedding.
Yeah.
At the wedding.
Yeah. Anyways, R.I.P. Pippa. I love you. Still love you, Pips.
Anyways.
But you had a child and it's over now. So I'm done with that. You know? So you have to
to hear that.
Deal with that baby from...
Love to hear that kind of stuff.
Here's why. And I'll tell you why. if you're dating Pippa after she gets divorced and you have that baby, and then the husband's worth fucking a gajillion dollars, every time that child goes and sees dad, he's going to show up with fucking, oh, look what my dad got me. A fucking gold bullion and the actual Formula One car that won the race that he took me to in Monaco. Oh, really? Cool. What are you getting? Something from Dollar General.
Right.
Love you. You know, Scream mask. It's Halloween. Here's a Scream mask from Halloween. But tell your other father, the one who actually bought the car off of Mario Andretti after he won the Formula One race in Monaco. That sorry about that. Oh, hey, get that out of your mouth. Is that that's an actual gold bar you're chewing on that your real father gave you? Cool. We're going to Dollar General later. Do you want to pick out a truck or do you want that toolkit, that fake toolkit?
Plastic toolkit.
Then you have to deal with that living the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of like in your favorite movie, Captain Ron, where the wife didn't want to bang Martin Short. She wanted to fuck Captain Ron the whole goddamn time.
Everybody wanted to fuck Captain Ron,
That's
dude.
what it's like.
To this day,
That's
Daddy.
what it's like. And you got to deal with that gimpiness forever.
Sure.
There's only one person, a human in the history, who's overcame it and just not given a fuck. And that's Kevin Federline. That guy has never been shy about being a poor loser his entire life. and every 2 years,
rocking it.
and just crushing it, just crushing the dick out of life. Never getting remarried.
40s, yeah.
Nothing, because he's got to keep that Britney money coming. Every 2 years, and he shuts the fuck up about it. He keeps his mouth shut. Except for once every 2 years, he shows up on TMZ because he goes into court and asks for more money. That's it. And then every single time Britney's like, I'm not fucking paying this, the story goes away. Why? Because she fucking paid it.
She fucking paid it. And
she fucking paid it.
I don't even think she goes. It's probably her dad.
Oh, no, yeah.
She's not in charge of her money at all anymore. So.
But that guy did life well.
Yeah, it's true.
And anybody who's knocking up a Kardashian, congratulations, you did it.
You're done. Disick?
All of them.
Disick's fucking
all of them across the board
dude.
Are fucking set. Even the Tristan Thompson who knocked up Khloe, all of them are fucking set.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oof.
It's crazy. The one left, there's only one left now who doesn't have a baby.
Kendall?
Yeah. Believe this. As a man out there in today's society, that is it. That's your last. That's the jewel of the Nile. That's the only thing left.
Right.
There's two things you can offer a man in this life. Hey, man, we're going to give you a shot at the treasure from the Titanic, or Kendall's pussy. Like, you can knock her up or go and spend your life hunting for the treasure in the Titanic. I'm telling you, it would be probably more worth it to knock up Kendall Jenner. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the type of life you want to live. The Titanic treasure, good luck, man. You're going to be digging and trying to fucking hunt for this for years.
Then once you find it, you're going on Pawn Stars, and they're going to fucking
undercut
you.
Yeah, exactly. I'll give you $800 for that dead woman's necklace.
Go in the back room and be like, oh, man, we fucking
got it.
And then you're in Vegas with $800. Just like, bink, bink, bink.
Yep.
And it's gone. Bink,
gone.
Bink, bink.
And that Kendall pussy, though, that's for life. You're in it, dude.
Gosh, I can't really hear that right now.
Well, it's true. It's true. And if you're a man out there and you're like, man, I have no aspirations to do anything, be anything other than a houseboy, that's it. Put all your eggs in that basket and try to find the club she's at every night. Because I can tell you, Tuesday through Saturday, she's at a club somewhere in Los Angeles. Try to get in just one night. Don't pull out. Don't even think about it. Don't even be shy about that you were a 2-pump Johnny No Quiver. Just go as fast as you can. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And hope that there's a child in there, and then you were set for life. Yeah. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because yesterday, Puff Daddy had a longtime girlfriend, Cassidy.
Okay.
Or Cassie was her name. Mm-hmm. And they broke up. All of the internet was really torn up about it. They were really shook about this.
Really?
Yeah. And then, like, towards the end of it, there was a bunch of women that were like, man, I feel bad because they were in a relationship for that long of a time. And it seemed, she put up with all of his bullshit and cheating and all that other stuff for years and years and years. But a lot of women said, and this was all women, by the way, and in particular black women, would be like, you know what? She lived the greatest life you could possibly live. She's set for life. And yeah, is he a fucking asshole and cheated and ended the relationship and all that other shit? Yes. But she's probably going to take $100 million out of that relationship, so she can start over again.
Yeah.
And I remember when Eddie Murphy's wife got divorced. Hot ass Eddie Murphy's wife, who everyone loves. Mm-hmm. I forget her fucking name, Nicolette or whatever name. I'm not going to ask you. That's a computer full of nothing over there with no go.
Kind of.
I don't think so.
Okay,
but.
She was very dude-like, I think, but nice.
No,
I think people like.
She is a beautiful woman, and she walked out of that relationship with.
Who's she with now?
With class and dignity. She's always with somebody famous, dating somebody famous. Yeah. But I don't think they can get married because it'll cut off the funds from Eddie. But she walked out of there with I think she walked out after the prostitute situation. Remember when he got caught picking up a dude?
Poppied up.
I think she bounced after that. But she kept her head held high and was just like, I was married to Eddie Murphy for years. Walked out of there with a shit ton of money and did it. So,
Tracy Edmonds or Nicole?
Nicole, that's it.
Nicole Mitchell Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was in it for a while, huh?
Long time.
Yeah.
Beautiful woman.
Okay.
She walked out of that with her head held high and was just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I am who I am. I'm hot as fuck. Same with...
She's very Halle Berry.
Yeah. Same with Diddy's ex-wife or girlfriend, whatever the fuck they were classified as. Hot as hell and was just like, cool.
Now she's good, dude.
Good.
If you want to deal with those...
Good on life.
They have kids, right? Twins.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is if you're a dude out there and you're looking for that same sitch, that Kendall pussy is the only one left right now.
Mm-hmm. And you probably have a chance.
Well, if you're black, you probably have a chance.
Does she go for black guys?
She was dating Blake Griffin for a while, who's halfer.
Yeah.
He's a halfer. But the whole family is pretty much, I think, besides Disick. Because you got Chloe, black. Kim went black. Mm-hmm. The mom's now even
black.
Yeah, black. Mm-hmm. Most of them are. And the rumor was that the mom was fucking OJ all those years. So, look, try to get in where you fit in. Sure. And if you can find that Kendall pussy, congratulations, sir. You've hit the jackpot. Mm-hmm. Now it's time for the revolutionary figure of the day. Shall we, James?
We shall.
The revolutionary figure of the day is Jeffrey Mayer, the little boy at the Yankees game who stuck his glove over the wall and robbed that guy of. They called it a home run. Did not deserve to be.
Right.
But it changed the series. Orioles fans are still pissed to this day. Changed the series. Last night, you and I were watching the Red Sox-Astros game. That guy, bigger gentleman.
Sure.
Not a child.
No.
A home run ball was coming right toward him. He stuck out his hands to catch it. The outfielder dove partly into the stands to catch it. It looked like he was going to make the catch. They both collided, and it was called an out. Man, I didn't think that this would happen after that little kid. Again, after Jeffrey Mayer, I thought for sure they would build the stadium where it was just.
That's what I mean.
First row would be a little far back to give the outfielders a chance. They did not do this in Houston, which is why I have an issue with the call last night because it was ruled an out instead of a home run. Mm-hmm. The way that those seats are set up in Houston, you were on top of the field. You were on top of the players. The player, in my opinion, is diving into your seat. Mm-hmm. That fan is trying to protect himself from a ball hitting him. Because hypothetical, let's say that outfielder isn't that fast and can't catch up to that ball. And that guy doesn't stick out his hands to catch it, it's going to be right to the dead of his chest.
It just doesn't seem right.
No.
Like if you want to interfere, it seems like you should have to reach out.
Yes.
And there should be a space where you both have equal trying
distance.
To fuck it up.
Yeah, because as a fan, a home run ball hitting you right in the chest, if you don't hold your arms out,
how is that your fault?
It's going to leave a mark and it's going to sting. I don't blame the fan in that situation. Same with the little kid. He's a little kid. He reached over the thing or whatever. That one I thought should have been called an out. Last night's, I'm not so sure. I think that guy catches the ball? Yes. But he catches the ball in the stands, not in the field of play.
Yes.
Really tough call to make. And it was a 2-run home run that would have been. You want to guess what the final score of that game was last night? 8-6.
Yeah.
They lost by 2.
Yep.
I don't know what you do other than build the seats a little further back. I get the fan experience. Now, if I'm in Houston, that's the seats I want because that's as close as you can goddamn get to the field. I mean,
for sure.
It's amazing. But going forward, if you want that call made and you don't want people to bitch about it like everybody's bitching about it today and last night, got to build the seats a little further back. But to Jeffrey Mayer, tip of the cap, sir. Young man. He's probably old now. He was 14 at the time. He's probably like 30 now. But
still
he was
about it.
Yeah. And as soon as that play happened last night, first thing they brought up was, remember Jeffrey Mayer at Yankee Stadium? And it was just like, yep, that was the dude. And that's still going on today, which is shocking to me.
Seriously.
Either way, though, I want to give a shout out to the Red Sox-Astros game last night because that was one of the most exciting playoff games I've ever seen in my life. I was gripped in from the opening pitch till the final out, and it was incredible. Incredible. And it looks like I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed here, but Rostradamus' prediction is going to come true. I predicted all the way back in the first week of August that it would be Boston, LA World Series. Currently, it's Red Sox are up 3-1, Dodgers are up 3-2. By the time this episode airs on Monday, both of these series should be over, and you could be listening to yet another Rostradamus prediction. So you're welks if that ends up going down because we on our sister show Drinking Bros, I host a sports show once a week on Wednesdays called Drinking Bros Sports on there that is sponsored by buyingbookie.com. If you type in the promo code Drinking Bros, it doubles your bets from $100 all the way up to $3,000. So whatever you deposit, if it's $3,000,
you're getting six.
You're getting six, and you're able to bet with that. Why am I bringing that up on this show? Because that was my first bet on mybookie.com.
Okay.
My very first bet, and it was 25-1, was Red Sox versus Dodgers World Series. At that time, the Dodgers they were like 3 games back of winning the division. They weren't even guaranteed a playoff spot. The big guy picked that.
Sure.
I threw $200 on it. That would be a $5,000 payoff. So congratulations to me. And if you want to listen to my picks every night, you should head on over to Drinking Bros Sports on Wednesdays because I'm 78% this year on college football and NFL games.
Dang.
78%. And they're fucking. By the way, I guess I said this on the other show. I've signed a contract with them for the year.
Yeah.
And it ends I think during March Madness. So all this travel will be over, and I know you'll be psyched about me going around to the biggest sports events in the nation. But they're
without me.
They're pissed.
What?
And they're like, "Hey, dude, you're picking 78%. Like, we're not cool with that." And I was like, "I don't really give a fuck." And I'm under contract for a year, so I'm gonna do what I'm gonna keep picking. They're like, "Can you just maybe have some other options?" And I was like, "No, fuck it."
You want people to win money?
Yes. So I don't give a shit. And it's like, dude, if I lose the contract after a year, I had the greatest year sports-wise ever going to all of these events, and I won a shit ton of money for myself and everybody else. So fuck off.
Right.
But yeah, do it now before this. My contract ends again. March Madness is when it ends. Go to mybookie.com. Use the promo code Drinking Bros. It'll double your deposits from $100 to $3,000. And God, my winners for this weekend are these. I've got some of the greatest locks of the weekend. I'm super stoked. I bet on tonight's game it's great. But by the time this episode airs, it's not worth me saying because it'll come in afterwards. But super stoked, and they can get fucked. I don't care if I lose that contract. I'm not going to tell people to lose, fucking cocksuckers.
Right? Yeah.
But this is a fun show, Jabes. For Jessie, Meghan Markel Wiseman, a.k.a. the Marbles. I bet she goes by the Marbles at home.
Bitch.
You think she goes by instead of the Jables, she goes by the Marbles?
No, I don't.
Meghan Marbles.
Meghan Marbles. No, I don't actually.
Mercs? You think she goes by the Merkin?
I think Merkin more.
The Merc? Yeah.
The Merc, dude.
For Jessie Wiseman, aka the Jables, I am Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good night, everyone.
Good night.